I just find it interesting that most instructors are going to be very comfortable and see very explicitly the utility in showing a critically acclaimed film, whether it's narrative fiction, whether it's documentary, whether it's an art film, if it shows this potential of different multidimensional aspects of whatever subject you're studying. So if it's a documentary and it shows the history or the socioeconomic condition of a particular topic or a particular group that is being studied, or a trend in, say, immigration, or just like the real sort of personal impact of a larger historical event on an individual, like it's clear, like the medium expresses that so well and so profoundly that it's widely adopted. And at the same time, especially as we've seen student-generated media and student-generated media assignments on our campus, it might be called a digital media assignment, be adopted much more frequently, that I've heard that instructors don't care as much about seeing their students become filmmakers or giving them training in filmmaking or media making. And what we've seen from the evaluation data is that students want to see the efforts that they put into these kinds of assignments reflect in something good on screen. And opposed to siloing the content from the form and the process, I think it's an interesting thing to try and reframe that thinking from an instructional point of view, to see it as a unified whole, and that both evaluating the craft aesthetic involved in that kind of work, as well as the research and the type of questions, the content of the discipline, is wrapped into one thing. And the process of actually going through the kinds of assignments you may be thinking about deploying in a class is probably the best way to internalize both those process points as well as how they integrate with each other and inform each other in a way that writing in a different medium or with a different media happens. So just something to think about in terms of how these hands-on assignments can influence your teaching.